And we're recording.
Hi, Todd.
Hi, Darla. First ever screen test / episode of
Two Rivers Talks.
Two Rivers Talks, your place to find news, fun events, everything cool about living in and around Two Rivers.
Right. And we are still going to leave the actual name of our program up to our
studio audience. No, our live audience. No, our audience.
Of two. Your wife, my husband.
Okay, they can make it out. That's good.
I'm sure they'll put their heads together and come up with something pretty gnarly.
They're no best anyways. That's we shouldn't be trusted with such things.
Well, you can't be. I'm not sure about me. And I know I'm questionable in your eyes. So anyway.
So why are we doing a podcast?
Because we're going to talk about Two Rivers because nobody else will.
Maybe they would, but we got here first.
We got here first.
So they got to get in line.
Yeah. Well, I just think that and I think I echo the sentiment of a lot of people that Two Rivers is a little bit underappreciated.
Yeah.
In the wider world. And luckily we have friends in Oshkosh or Sheboygan or Green Bay who are more than happy to report on happy little events that happen in our area. But we would like to have more of a local information and reporting. So we just figured that if we're not going to see it, then we'll do it ourselves. So,
right.
What are some things? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, we've got things. No, I didn't mean to interrupt. But we've got things. You can tune into a radio broadcast, or you could, go to the local news channel, or you can go to the HTR. But it's not really Two Rivers centric. None of those really are. And so, this is something where we wanted to do something really specifically for the city, and where people could get good information, news, where they could give us their feedback and their ideas. And just as a community service, it's something that's fun to do.
One thing I wanted to mention is that we are going to be talking about, we'll be doing some public service announcements. If your street is going to be closed for any type of infrastructure repair or replace. But at the end of the broadcast, we'll also provide you with the information, or a link rather, to the city so you can get the particulars. We're not going to dwell on it, but we'll just bring it to your attention, and then you can find out more information on your own. We're going to have information on what's going on in the community, not only with calendar events for Parks and Rec, but also for what's happening at the senior center, what's happening at the library.
The library, right.
And
through Main Street.
Main Street, that's huge, especially for the festivals. And if there's anything of interest that will be on the agenda for upcoming city council meetings, we'll make you aware of it. But then again, go to the city website and find out more information. Some of the other things that we want to talk about too are, one of the things we want to do is also introduce you to different people in the community, whether they're business leaders, if they're new to the area, if they've lived here a long time and have something to say about what they've seen and how they hope the city progresses.
Basically, anyone that helps make Two Rivers what Two Rivers is, which is a really neat, diverse, interesting place to be, and that includes, artists, writers, poets, visual artists, like the studio where we're filming today, as well as people in the business world and business community that are trying to improve the economy of the place, people in government who are trying to, giving their time and effort, for civic improvement. There's just a lot to offer here, and so who's the podcast for? I mean, it's really for anybody living in and around the area. Anyone that wants to invest in the area, hello. And maybe you used to live here and you just kind of want to know what's going on, or maybe you're thinking about moving back one day and you want to find out what's going on in the old neighborhood. This is going to be a resource for you to feel connected and feel like you're a part of this world still.
Right.
And maybe at a future date.
And hopefully, please, if you've moved away, come back.
Yes.
Somewhere along the line, Two Rivers, join us. Two Rivers has turned a corner, and it just seemed like it happened all of a sudden. I know it didn't. There was a lot of effort, and There was, well, like with Two Rivers Biz Starts, which you and your wife Noelle Wilson started, which is offering something that's never really been seen in our area before, and that has helped to people who want to become their own business owners. And
we've been here a year. You know,
right.
we're recent additions to the community here, and I think one of the things that, and well, we both are fairly recent additions to the community, but I think one of the things that I was excited about when we moved here, and Noelle was as well, was how do we contribute to being in this place? Like, we were in Milwaukee, which was a big pond, right? There's just a lot of people there and a lot of things going on. Here we felt like we could make a more direct contribution. And the thing that really struck both of us as we came into town was just how, you know, it had been economically hit. It was such a beautiful place. And there's no reason why there shouldn't be more happening here. And so we started the Biz Starts group because we wanted more people to see what's, you know, what we saw, what's great, you know, about the town, and that the city, and that there's so much more that people can be doing themselves to take agency over, you know, their own economic well-being. You know, start a business. Don't depend on some large organization or conglomerate coming in and saving the day. This city was founded by, you know, the early fishing industry and aluminum and, you know, all of the things that were amazing about Two Rivers in the late 1800s, early 1900s, you know, up through World War II, was that it was a place where stuff got invented and people made stuff, and that they were entrepreneurs, and they did that. And I don't think that spirit ever really went away. And so we wanted to create a place that could kind of foster that.
Right. And it's very daunting to try and start your own business, and a lot of people don't know where to start. So Two Rivers Biz Starts, and we'll have a link to their site as well, because we'll have a calendar of events and what's coming up, what it is that you can learn, what kind of help you can get, and assistance in starting your own business. But I think that entrepreneurship, that spirit, is alive and well. And I think we've all kind of come to the realization that we're not going to be the same community we were 20 years ago. There's
Nor do we
just
want
no
to
way.
be, right? I mean,
right.
Yeah.
Let's march forwards.
Yep.
And we're a great place, a great destination for travelers, but we cannot rely solely on tourism. And
because that's great for so many months out of the year,
right.
But then what happens the rest of those months?
Exactly.
You know, does the downtown storefronts stay open, you know, for that? I mean, there should be businesses that help, you know, absolutely cater to a tourist trade, but
right.
also are just great for people living here,
right?
You know, and can sustain throughout the year,
right?
Yeah.
And I think, like with economic development, we have Raleigh Point Consulting. And they are hugely focused on economic development, and we'll have a link for that as well. But check them out because they're doing some great things. We had
We'll have to have Jeff on and have him talk a little bit about the architectural, I forget what they called it, but it was
Light Up The Lakeshore.
Yeah.
It was a design weekend.
Design weekend, yeah, where they looked at different properties in the area,
right.
And they had architectural firms come in and actually say, if you could do anything with this property, how would you make it, you know, more integral to the community? How could you make it a used, vibrant space?
Right.
Yeah.
And it's a lot easier to sell a property to a potential developer if they can already see that some thought has gone into it, and here's some potential uses. And so that was huge. But there were 5 groups, and they did a phenomenal job. And we'll have to see how this goes, but if, you know, I mean, we could always have like a Facebook page, and we can have links to all of the different designs. And
yeah, we'll do a little link in the doobly-doo at the bottom of the podcast. Yeah, that's a technical term.
Oakley-dokley. That's the tech term.
This is going to be a fun podcast, I can tell already. Okay.
So, and we're going to have music. We want to highlight musical guests. We want to highlight people in the community and have guests on who can talk about pertinent issues or just what they're up to. And viewers, and hopefully it's going to be more than just Bill and Noelle. We love you guys, but come on, we need more people than
more
that.
People, please.
You know, but we can take your suggestions too as to who you think might be a good guest, what might be a good topic.
Would you want to name the podcast?
Yes.
You know, we're open.
Should I mention what my thought is?
Okay.
Honestly, I think it would totally rock if this program were named Todd and Darla Do Two Rivers.
Did you talk to Bill about this? Did you talk to
Yeah,
him?
he thinks
Is
it's
he good with
hysterical.
this? Okay.
He's fine.
All right.
Well, of course, he just does what I tell him to. It's like, vote for me.
Right.
So,
right.
so I mean, we could go a little provocative where people go, ooh, we got to watch that. Or it can be just, TR Talks, Two Rivers.
Oh, we'll be
Talks.
provocative no matter what.
Yeah, without the name.
That's just going to happen. So, right.
And then we
I
also
provoke you, you provoke me, there'll be provocation.
That's a daily occurrence. Oh my God. Yeah, poke that bear. But
we're really very nice people.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that. Maybe someday it'll come true.
Better and better every day in every way.
So is there anything going on this week that the people in the community should know about?
Yes, there are. What?
Oh,
I had them written down, but I don't think they're in the notes that you printed out because I did an update of the document, and I think well, unless they're further down.
Possible guest stuff to do.
No. There are definitely some things coming up this week that I forget at the moment. Which is why we should always have notes when we do a podcast.
Yeah, thanks. I know I want to mention the fact that we have a, if you're not aware of it already, we've got a new business that's open across the street from by the way, this is Basil Ishkabibble.
Yes.
Art gallery, and down in the lower level, down in the bowels, is the artist share space. And we'll show that to you at a later date.
This is Darla's business. It's awesome. It's a fantastic place. If you haven't been here on Washington Street, what's the address?
1612.
1612 Washington. Plenty of parking around the area if you don't ever go downtown, which I don't understand anybody that lives here why they wouldn't go downtown.
Right.
But we'll leave that aside for the moment. Tell us why you did an artist space. Like, why did you do a studio? Because, I mean, there's just, like, you can't see this, and maybe we'll show a pan of the place afterwards, but there are a couple hundred paintings and artworks hanging from the wall here, and they're all just really diverse, and they're all local, right?
They are.
Yeah.
The person who is farthest away actually lives in Marion, Wisconsin, but through his films and through Wildwood Film Fest in Appleton, which hopefully, fingers crossed, is going to migrate here as a satellite community for a film fest. So he's not local. His name is Craig Knitt, but he's in Marion. But he doesn't have ties here, and actually he just finished up his latest short film here in the gallery last week. So 2 hours away, close enough to be local as far as I'm concerned. Very talented man. He's very excited about being more involved with our community in several different ways. So, but what it was is that my husband and I have owned this building for 3 years, and it's got 3 storefronts, 3 apartments up top, but we basically had this one dark storefront. And being on Two Rivers City Council, that's probably one of the ghosts in my basement doing
that. That's awesome. He's having fun. Yeah. It's a great prank, dude.
Stop it. No shenanigans.
We'll have to do a Halloween episode
and
talk a little bit about our ghosts in the house.
We got some.
That'll be fun.
It's
Maybe
cool.
they'll visit while we're here.
They're fun. They do fun things.
Can we do like a ghost hunting episode where we can kind of...
I could have Aurora Davis come back out and we could do the reading again. I know it. But they've been really quiet, so... I think they've kind of gotten used
Despite
to
all
us.
of our best efforts.
Yeah, they were a little verklempt when we were having our grand opening.
Yeah. Like, what is going on in my house? I don't understand.
But, so my husband and I decided that, we got to do something creative with the space. And because having a dark storefront is just not a good thing, and it just made me cringe. And talking to Jeff Soxie, I always want to pronounce it different. Jeff Soxie and Keith
Raleigh
Lyons
of Raleigh Point. Earlier, right?
Right, and Keith Lyons also of Raleigh Point.
Yep.
I was talking to them about perhaps having just a store or gift shop or something upstairs here on the main level, and have everything that was pretty much Two Rivers centric, local meats and cheeses and, Parallel 44 wine, or, things from the alpaca farm, at least have some things on display. And then also, give them information as to how to get out to Londonderry. And we talked about having the downstairs as share space for business people.
Oh, yeah.
And after talking with Keith and Jeff, they suggested getting more involved with the arts, and which it was a light bulb going off in my head, because last year I went to a Connector event at Lambeau Field. It was a 2-day event. And
Connector's a group that's based out of Appleton that is all about business startups and entrepreneurial, and I'm a volunteer with them, full disclosure.
Oh, you are?
Yes, I am. Yeah, they've got a big event coming up at the end of October.
Yes.
3-day Connector Con, or Connector Con. Anyways, it'll be cool.
They're going to have, where's that one going to be at?
Somewhere in Appleton. Oh,
it is Appleton.
We'll get the information and we'll put it in
That's
the doobly-doo for everybody. Right.
Okay, fill that doobly-doo up. Yeah, bud. Where was I?
You were talking about...
I went to Connector.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, and you saw...
Well, their second day, they had so many different breakaway sessions that dealt with how art in your community can benefit your economic development. And that blew my mind, because I never really put the two together. Yeah. But so between being going to these breakout sessions and hearing these people talk at the conference, and I put that together with Jeff and Keith's suggestion that what I do here be more art focused. Yeah. And it was a no-brainer.
And this has been a real bright spot on the street. I mean, okay, we're naturally both a little bit biased about the place. I don't have any financial stake in here, but I'm excited that this is open. The foot traffic has been amazing. You've just had a lot of people coming in to check out what it's about, and you have so much new art coming in every week, right? That you're just, it's like a full-time job to rotate it off the walls and have more people to see more art, and and it is for sale, right?
Yes, I think I only have 3 pieces here that are not for sale. And
so this art could be yours.
This art could be yours, and we will show it to you at a later date.
Will you pay yourself for commercial time on the podcast? Is that?
I don't even pay myself a salary. I don't even pay rent.
This is an interesting business.
It is. There is no black or red. It's kind of like just a really muddy color. It's like I don't know what the hell's going on. Am I making money? Nah. Well, yeah, but I've got to recoup what I already took from myself.
Right.
But as soon as I repay myself for the investment portion of it, then it's, by that time, hopefully my website, all the online sales stuff will be ready to go.
Well, this is supporting local artists.
Right.
And I've seen studios this size in like San Francisco that do phenomenally well, and it's just, this is local art that will support local artists, and obviously you get a commission for selling those pieces, but you're giving them a venue to show their stuff in. Sometimes you have the artists even show up here, right?
Oh yeah. Definitely. And I want to plug Two Rivers Biz Starts. Last week, Todd and Noel hosted what was the name of?
So Heather Schrader, who's a student, she did a workshop for us on getting to why, which was it's based on a TED Talk, which we can also put a link to that in the video, around Simon Sinek's Golden Circle concept, which is everybody starts with what they're going to do and then how they're going to do it, and then they maybe talk about why, but that usually gets skipped. His point is you have to start with why. Why does this align with your values? Why do you want to do this kind of business? What do you believe? And then kind of build it outward from there. Yeah.
And the reason I bring that up is because, I was in attendance, and the young lady who put on this workshop is a student, and this was one of her requirements, I think, in order to, is she going for her?
I think it's part of her degree in entrepreneurship. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was awesome.
She was very good. Yeah.
I was blown away. And what I realized, not to sound like I'm trying to toot my own horn, but I think I started with why. Mm-hmm. Because like you're talking about the people that I am aware of who are very creative and don't have a space. Or for the share space down on the lower level, there's plenty of people who are creative and you cannot paint in your garage in winter when it's 20 degrees. So that's the reason why we have artist share space. So I think it's funny. I think I did this right. I started with the why. It's like, why do I want to do this?
Yeah.
So I was really lucky that way. My business plan was pretty simple. Getting this off the ground for me, this was not too painful. You know,
it happened really fast.
It happened real fast.
Like seriously, it seemed like a matter of weeks.
Right.
And like,
yeah,
the shop was open. Hello. And like, I mean, your husband Bill just did some amazing work just getting this place ready. And it's just beautiful hardwood floors, the walls and the ceiling. Like, you've got track lighting along the place now. And I saw today, even walking in, you had sort of some new lighting along the middle section.
Right.
For some of these really cool Halloween art pieces.
Right.
But I don't know, who's the artist that did those pieces?
That's Monty Wilson.
Monty Wilson has just got a wonderfully twisted imagination, I have to say.
Right.
Yeah, and there's some cool pieces. You got to come down here and check them out because they're so cool.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And she's out of Manitowoc, and she's been an artist for several years and has been in different galleries and has done a lot of festivals and shows, and but she is, I think she's my new bestie, because she is a little twisted, you know. It's really cool stuff.
You see these little baby doll heads and like what she's done with them, and yeah, it's like zombie babies from hell. I don't know, you know, they're pretty incredible. And yeah, I mean, if you want to get in the mood for like Wendigo Fest, which is
right,
that's one of the upcoming events. There we go. October 5th, I believe. I think
they're opening up with Rocky Horror Picture Show.
That'll
Thursday night.
Yeah. Oh, and like Eddie Munster is going to be there, right? The actor that played Eddie Munster on the Munsters is going to be there. And that's going to be a lot of fun. They didn't pay us for a plug. We'll send them a charge on the other side.
Not a problem.
But yeah, like come down here, see these art pieces that she did. That'll like get you in the mood.
It does.
For Halloween, because they're just like seriously atmospheric.
Oh yeah.
And then just, you know, head on down the road to the Wendigo Fest and have a great time.
Right. We have across the street. There's a new business open. Hopefully, we're supposed to be having some.
That's right. There.
It's called the Game Dealer, and
you couldn't see me pointing if you were just listening to the audio.
Yeah.
We were both pointing and mugging at the camera, and now you know.
And now you know. I don't know, and I talk with my hands sometimes, so just keep me away from my ear plants.
Yes.
But
nice collection.
Now that, thank you. I have to water them or spritz them because I think they're about dead. Oh. Yeah, I can kill things that don't even require water. How about that?
Anyways, across the street, there's a new business.
Dealer.
Yeah.
And they are.
That's their name, literally.
Right.
The Game Dealer. Yes.
And if anyone is familiar with Stockpile over in Manitowoc I think they're on 8th Street, this is in the same vein, and Justin Schnell is the proprietor.
Cool guy.
Very cool. And I'm seeing young people coming back down to the downtown.
It's nice traffic down here.
There's
like people coming in to his business all the time. It's a younger crowd, like you said. A lot of players of Magic the Gathering card game.
Right.
And he's got like all kinds of stuff there. Like okay, I'm sure you could get a chess game there, which would be boring, or Scrabble or something like that. No slam, don't hit me because I love chess. But like, there's just some amazing like board games, card games, role playing games. Like seriously, he is the Game Dealer.
He is.
He's just got a handle on everything. Also, even some little like arcade games, like some old school like 80s.
Yes.
He's got a little emulator in the front there,
right,
you know, for playing games. So yeah, nifty stuff.
Yeah. So if you're into gaming, and I like it, the fact that I am seeing more young people down in this area, because I want the younger people to reconnect with the downtown.
Yeah.
And I know that there's different ways that we're attempting to do that as a city, but more on that some other time. So it's nice to see them. It's nice to see his shop busy. 2 doors down from me is Two Rivers Pub. It was the old Johnny Chimpo's. If you have not had an opportunity to come in and see Two Rivers Pub, do so. the whole facade has changed. The amount of effort that's gone into revamping this building is
I haven't been
tremendous.
in there yet, but I've been hearing
gosh.
a lot of stuff. Yeah,
It's very, very nice, and just come down and check it out for yourself because you won't recognize it, but it's a great place to go. And right now he's open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights.
Nice.
He's still commuting as the work is being done on his property.
Okay.
But it's progressing to where it's.
Is it going to be open full time eventually?
Eventually.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
But right now he still has to be down in Chicago for a couple days a week.
Sure.
He's an electrical contractor, I think.
Okay. Okay.
But then he comes up here and he is working on establishing himself here. So
is he going to have like musical
Yes.
acts and everything there?
Yes,
That's
he's already
cool.
had one.
Nice. Okay.
And
Maybe we could do a live show from the pub one day.
Oh yeah, that would
Yeah.
be great because Mr. Lee Noodleman has played there. He's also played
yeah.
here, but he has played
Lee,
with
who played for my
Yes,
premier
yeah.
networking event
Mr.
for my
Noodleman.
business. Yeah.
and
He's a cool guy too.
he's
Yeah.
awesome. And he has played with Tom Jones, who is a guitar player, and
Oh, I thought you meant like Tom Jones.
no, Tom Jones with the long ponytail. Who
Different
lives here
Tom
in
Jones.
town.
But
Different
our
Tom-
local Tom Jones.
Our local
Right,
Tom
okay.
Jones.
Local
And-
Tom. Local Jones.
Local Jones. I like that.
That'd be a good band name, actually.
Sounds like it would be a good
Local
character.
Jones.
Local Jones. It's almost like a Jackie Brown type
Yeah.
of movie with Local Jones. And but then also with the owner of Two Rivers Pub, who actually turns out to be a fine musician in his own right.
Really?
Totally blew me away.
Is he a guitarist?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
That's
Jazzy, bluey, beboppy, and they're really good. And so I guess that just
awesome.
about wraps it up for this week. But we will
Yeah.
have
More of the same.
Oh my
More to
goodness.
come. So much more.
and get in touch with us with your thoughts and your ideas. And I just want to just point out that this isn't really the venue where we're going to be airing griefs. I think that needs to be said. This is more of a proactive
Celebrate what's good.
celebrate.
Yeah.
Exactly, good way to put it.
Yeah.
You know,
Like
and,
we got enough negative attitude, you know.
right.
I've had enough of that, you know.
I
Let's focus on the good.
Right,
Yeah.
and I totally agree, you know, and there's a lot of good things happening. Let's talk about that. We just had a
First studio
passerby.
audience, I love it. Yeah. That's so, we're gonna have to wave and
I wonder if I have to get waivers from people. No. So
we'll do a
anyway,
little on the air sign out there.
oh yeah, I
That'll
could
be-
get one of those.
Yeah.
Shh,
Yeah.
quiet on air.
A little bit. Yeah.
Recording.
That'll
All
be
right.
fun.
So, but eventually we do expect to have such a plethora of a plethora of fans that they will be standing out on the sidewalk, like on the Today Show, and waving, and we'll have to like cordon off the area so people can't bother us.
Maybe we can even do some giveaways or something. If,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be kind of fun. Nothing like gathering a mob downtown. That'll be good.
Stupid human trick.
Oh man,
You want earn that print.
it's just not the same since Letterman went away.
There's a lot we can do, and it's going to be
yeah.
fun.
And we want your ideas too. So
Exactly.
as Darla said, let's keep them flowing and send us your thoughts. And if you know about an event that you want to make sure that we mention on the show,
Yep.
it'd be good. We could try to do these every other week.
Every other week, perhaps.
Maybe we'll get ambitious and do more, but
Yeah.
for now, I think we filled a pretty good length show without trying. Actually, we really didn't try. This was a
dry run because of what you're going to see it anyway.
But I feel pretty good about it.
I do
So,
too.
yeah.
And we'll get our act together, and we'll get a little bit more, polished, and we'll show you some of the stuff in the
Oh, you
gallery.
really want to promise them we're going to be polished?
We will be more polished. I didn't say we were ever actually
Okay.
going to achieve.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and
We'll
you know
aspire to
what?
polish.
We will. Yeah.
Polishedness.
We will aspire. We all aspire to greatness. And I was just thinking, if there's any milestones that are coming up in your lives or your family's lives, like grandma's turning 100 or something like that, dude, we'll give them a shout out. Or somebody has been married for 50 years, God bless them.
Darla will sing a happy
mention-
birthday song
No,
to you.
Darla won't.
Darla.
Sure I will, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that'll go over like a lead balloon, Todd. All right. So anyway,
On that note.
milestones, your thoughts, your ideas, what you would like to see, recommendations for guests, musical groups. And that's all I've got.
Yeah, I think that's all I've got too. I'm really excited we finally just did this. I didn't think it would be like, a big hill to climb.
No.
But I think...
No, and we're minimalist here.
We are. We're off to a good start here. I don't think either one of us, gaffed or dropped any F-bombs or anything like that. So.
Well, if anyone did, it was me, and if I did, I apologize.
We did.
Actually, I think I self-censored pretty good.
We both have a good enough filter on that, right? But come and talk to us in real life. That'll be fun.
Really. We're a hoot. So anyway, thank you for joining us. Thank you for putting up with our silliness. But in the future, we're going to have, some pretty groundbreaking stuff. So thank you, Todd, so much for coming.
Thank you, Darla.
Nice to see you.
And see you out on the streets too, Rivers.
Bye.
Bye.